Here's the lazy way to scale your business faster, right? That's whether you're running an agency, an info business, or coaching, consulting, whatever it is. If you're running a business in the info industry, in the online space, this is considered kind of a lazy way because you don't really do that much of work, but you make more money than what you're currently doing, right? And I can guarantee you that, right? If you've already not got the system implemented into your business and you're doing something else like cold outreach and stuff like that, I guarantee you can work less hours and make more money. That sounds like a dream, right? But that is literally true, guys. And this is literally the whole system, and I'm going to be showing you guys, right? So this lazy way is basically called 80-20, so you really do just 20% of the work, but you get 80% of the results from just that 20% of the work, right? So let's dive right into it. Before I show you this whole system, we got to see what you're doing now and why that's not working. And I'll really show you, the old funnel ways, why that doesn't work, why the traditional way of getting client doesn't work anymore, because the market is constantly, evolving and changing, right? The market is changing so fast. So we got to catch up, guys. So first thing, if you're relying on only referrals, bro, what are you doing, bro? That is literally not scalable. It's not predictable. You don't know when you're going to get your next client, right? You're just completely relying on referrals. That is not a good idea, and that is not a healthy way of running a business for the long term, right? So referrals is a great way, but again, it shouldn't be your main channel. It's just something that may get you clients here and there, but if you're relying completely on that, come on, bro, got to do something else. Next is cold outreach. Now, cold outreach is just at this point too saturated, guys. I still am doing cold outreach, just testing how the market is and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, it is not the same like it was just a year ago, right? The market is constantly evolving and it's just too saturated. And even if you want to book even like 1 to 2 calls, you got to do high volume. You got to at least send 200, 300 DMs per day, right, to book calls consistently. So that is the thing with cold outreach. And even prospects are so tired of seeing cold outreaches, cold DMs, and then people pitching them, because they get tens of them per day, right? You're not the only one. So that really doesn't work. And then next is the old funnel, right? This is the funnel that people have been using for years and years and years. Guess what? It just doesn't work anymore. At least it doesn't work like it used to, and there are better ways to get better results. So the old funnel is basically where you run, Facebook and Instagram ads, right? So you run them on Meta and you get a bunch of people seeing what you offer, right? You get a bunch of people in, and then what you guys do is you redirect all that into a landing page, right? That could be a VSL, just a landing page with a VSL. Now, then what you guys do is you guys go ahead and they watch the VSL, the prospect watches the VSL, and if they are interested, they go ahead and fill out a form and book in a call, and then you close the client, and then you close them and make money, right? This is the whole process of this funnel. This is how this funnel looks like. This is what people have been using for years and years. Even the big dogs have been using this, or I should say they were using it, but they are not using it now. Because the problem with this is when you're doing this, when you're just redirecting them from just a 30-second ad into a landing page, most people, you have a lot of people falling out of the funnel. You got a lot of leaks in your funnel and people are just falling out of that, right? Because there ain't no converting mechanisms in place. It's just 30-second video to VSL. There, some people fall out and they will, go through the leakage. And then from the landing page, if you don't have, in a personal brand, their people will leak out because they want to buy in the future or something. Because of this, there are so many leakage in your funnel, right? Because, the thing with this funnel is you're only getting the people who want to buy now on the call. And doing that, you'll get a few calls booked and you'll get clients. Yeah, sure. But you're missing out on a lot of leads, right? You're missing out on a ton of leads. So you need to have a different funnel that really involves your personal brand and all the content that you've been creating into it. And then we, merge that two together, and then we get something that really doesn't really let any lead go, right? We could get leads that want to buy now, and we can also nurture leads that want to buy in 2 months or in a year, whenever, right? Because we are putting out content and we've merged our personal brand with ads together, and that way we never miss out on any leads. So by extension, we make more money. Simple, right? It's just basic logic. So now I'm going to show you guys this 80-20 funnel and why it works better than the average funnel, right? So the 80-20 funnel is basically you are running DM/follower ads. You're not running ads to a landing page. You're not running ads to tell them to book in a call. All you're doing is just running ads for them to either DM you or just follow you, right? Simple steps. They don't have to pay anything for that. They either have to DM you. So you can send them a lead magnet. This could be a free document, a free video, just giving out value. That's what a lead magnet is, right? So they either DM you for free value up front or they follow you for free value up front, right? Simple. You're not really selling them. You're just offering free value, and you run that as an ad. From there, they also get nurtured through converting mechanisms. What are these converting mechanisms? Is on Instagram, is short form content. This is where you post, just trends that have been going on in the niche, in the industry, and then results you've been getting. And then you also leverage YouTube, which is long form, right? Which is very, very, very helpful for your business. And here you give out a lot of value like I'm doing here, and you also share results, right? Simple converting mechanisms. So when a lead clicks on your profile and see who you are, they get nurtured through all these content you've been putting out, right? So that way, it also makes it super easy to close them on the call because they already know everything that we're doing. Next, you have a setter who reaches out and has a conversation in the DMs, sees if they are a good prospect, sees if they are an ICP, and books in a call. I'll show you more about that in a second. And then basically you have a call and then you close. Boom, you got a client. And closing is really an easy part because we also call this an 80-20 because we do 80% of the selling in here, in these 3 steps right here, right? We do 80% of the selling and only 20% on the call. So selling is really super easy, guys, because we're focusing on marketing and we're focusing on, selling our product just on the marketing. We're doing 80% of the work on that side. Then on the call, you don't really have to do anything. You just have to qualify them, answer a few questions they have, objection handle, boom. Simple, guys. So now I'll just show you why this really, really works better. Because if you take a look at the regular funnel, right, the old funnel, what that asks a prospect is you're asking them to go from a complete stranger who've never seen you before directly to a lead, and then you're asking them to directly book in a call from there and then become a client. You see how big of a leap they're taking? How big of a leap they're taking for each step of the funnel, right? Because of this, they have to take big leaps. Because of this, you're missing out on so many people. And the only people who are willing to take these leaps are the people who are desperate. And I'm telling you, never, ever want to work with people who are desperate because they always expect perfection. And perfection is something that we can never, ever do, guys. So that is why that doesn't work. Now, if you take a look at our funnel, they just go from follower to a viewer to an engager to a lead to a call to a close. You see how small the steps is? It's easier for them to take those steps, right? Because we're asking very small stuff while giving out a lot of value. So now that we've got that out of the way, and now you actually know why this works better and how you can actually do this. Now, let's get a little bit more in detail, and I'll tell you about, the ads framework, what you can really run as an ad, and then also the conversation script that your setter or yourself, whoever you want, to have a conversation in the DMs with the leads. So first, taking a look at the ads framework. Simple, guys, simple ads framework. First is a hook. Next is you're basically just spinning out those pain points that your ICP has. Then you show social proof, results, testimonials, that proof of concept that whatever you're selling actually works. Next is the solution. So you basically hit pain points, you show social proof, and then you position your service, your product as a solution to all those pain points, to all those problems that your ICP face. And then boom, you have a CTA, which you're not telling them to click on this link and watch this VSL or book in a call. No, you're just telling them, hey, DM this word or comment this word, and I'll send you this document containing XYZ, right? Simple lead magnet, giving out free value. So you're not being too salesy, and they're not going to put up the sales barrier up, right? You're just offering free upfront value. So this is what you guys should do, because the old way of just, hey, booking a call, they're not going to book in a call, right? And you'll be missing out on a lot of leads doing that. So this is basically the framework, guys. So you can run it on ChatGPT, and make sure you actually know your ICP. You got to know the exact problems your ICP faces, like literally everything about your ICP. If you don't, this won't really work, right? You won't really have the best creative out there. So you need to lock in and dial in on your ICP. And then moving on to the conversation script, it's basically simple, guys. You first ask a general question like, hey, how long have you been in business for? Hey, how long have you been a coach for? Something like that, just a general question to get the conversation going. Then you find out goals. So what's the goal for the year with the business? What's the goal for the next 12 months? What's the goal for the next 6 months? Just finding out what the goals are, what they want to do with their business. And then you find pain points. So what's stopping you from reaching that goal? What seems to be the biggest bottleneck in reaching that goal? Something like that. You ask them, you find pain points. And then, hey, from what you've said, I think I have the solution to get you to their goal and solve whatever problem they're facing faster. We'd love to hop on a call and explain more about how we can do this, and lay out a complete roadmap for you. So you can say something like that. I just made that on the top of my head, but you guys get the idea, right? This is the really whole framework. I'm not going to be giving you an exact script, because if too many people watch this video and too many people use it, it won't work. So I'm just giving you the framework, and you can create your own script. That way your script won't get. So guys, I don't know what happened, that cut off in the middle of the video, but let's just get right into it. I'm recording this on another day, not the same day, even though I'm wearing the same green shirt. But what I was saying is that you just have the script, and don't just copy paste messages, right? Because if you just copy paste messages, people can really say that you're just copy pasting messages. And don't be too salesy, or don't sound like a robot. Just talk like how you're talking to a friend with these scripts. Just have a framework. Don't have an exact script that just copy paste, guys. So just talk how you're talking to a friend, because each prospect gives you a different answer. So when you're using the same script to every single one of them, it sounds like you're robotic, so don't do that. Be human. Just talk like you're talking to a friend, and it will work amazingly well. So with that being said, guys, this is literally the whole freaking funnel, and I've showed you guys everything in depth, step by step. And if you have any doubts about this, go ahead and DM me on my Instagram, and I'd be happy to help you guys out. And if you want this exact funnel implemented in your business, done for you, whether you're running an agency, coaching, or consulting, whatever, go ahead and book a one-on-one call with me, where we can see if we'd be a good fit to work together. And if we do, we can go ahead and implement this funnel into your business and help you make a lot more money than you're already doing. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and check the description. And guys, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.